Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. And we're going to bring you Game 2, Best of 7 of the 1971 All-Star Game in our All-Star Extravaganza. Game 2 features Tom Seaver for the National League versus Wilbur Wood of the American League. In Game 1, the American Leaguers took it 6-1. Vida Blue got the win. Doc Ellis got the loss. And now we move on to Game 2, Best of 7 in Detroit at Tiger Stadium. Let's get to the starting lineups and play some baseball. Hope everyone is doing well. I will be playing as the American League. The Action PC Sim Engine will be playing as the National League. I did set the lineups and starting rotations. It's different than Game 1. Game 1, that was the actual starting lineup for the 71 All-Star Game. So let's make sure I'm in control of the American League. And the computer will be in control of the National League. Alrighty, so Wilbur Wood is on the mound. Let's give you the American League defensive lineup. Wilbur Wood in 71, 22-13 with one save, 1.91 earned run average. Getting his first start in the series. Behind the plate is battery mate Bill Freehan, 8 defensive range, 4 out of 10 arm. Brooks Robinson outstanding at third, 10 out of 10, the human vacuum cleaner. Cookie Rojas gets the start at short, 4 out of 10. Normally a second baseman, but a much better hitter against right-handed pitching than Luis Aparicio. Back out at second is Rod Carew, 4 out of 10 defense. And Norm Cash is back at first, 4 out of 10 defense. Tony Oliva gets the start in left over Carl Yastrzemski, 3 out of 10 defense, 5 out of 10 arm. In center field, once again, it's Bobby Mercer, 7 out of 10 defense, 6 out of 10 arm. And Reggie Jackson gets a start in right, 6 out of 10 defense, 9 out of 10 arm. The batting order for the National League: Beckert's at second, batting first. Clemente's in right, batting second. Torrey is batting third at third base. Hank Aaron moves from right field to first base. He's the cleanup hitter. Manny Seguin bats fifth, who does the catching. Willie Mays drops from the 1 spot to the 6th spot, and he's in center field. Lou Brock gets a start out in left, batting 7th. And Kessinger bats 8th and is the shortstop. Tom Seaver will be towing the rubber and will be doing the pitching, batting 9th. For the American League, it's Carew at second, leading off. Oliva batting second in left. Mercer batting third in center. Cash, the cleanup hitter, hoping to cash in, batting fourth. You can see the first 4 batters are left-handed. Freehan bats 5th. He does the catching. Reggie Jackson's in right, bats 6th. Brooks Robinson bats 7th at the hot corner. And Cookie Rojas bats 8th, the shortstop. Wilbur Wood bats 9th as he's up on the bump for the American League. And Jerry Mathers is the Beaver. All right, here is Glenn Beckert. And in the playoffs, in Game 1, he was 0 for 4. In 71, 342, 42 homers, and 2 homers and 42 runs batted in. Wilbur Wood, the knuckleballer's ready. The flutter ball flies fourth to Beckert. Ball game on its way. Ground ball to Cash. He has it, takes it to the bag. 1 down. Roberto Clemente strides the plate. Clemente, 341, 13 homers, 86 ribbies, right-handed batter. Cash awaits the flutter ball. Here it is to Clemente. And Clemente grounds it to Rojas, who throws to Cash. 2 down. I said Cash. Freehan's behind the plate. So 2 up, 2 down. The knuckleball is knuckling for Wilbur Wood. And that will bring up Joe Torre. Torre was 1 for 4 in Game 1. Overall, in 71, batted .363, 24 homers, 137 runners knocked in. Freehan sets the target and prays that the butterfly ball flies forth. Here's the pitch to Joe Torre. And Torre sends that knuckleball deep to center, and Mercer makes the catch. What a catch by Bobby Mercer, and the side is retired. Torre gave it a ride, but 1-2-3 go the National Leaguers. We go to the bottom of the first, game 2 of our 1971 All-Star Extravaganza, best of 7. Carew, Oliva, and Mercer to face Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver in 1971, 20 wins, 10 losses, 1.76 earned run average. Behind the plate, Manny Seguin, 4 out of 10 defense, 6 out of 10 arm. Joe Torre's at third, 4 out of 10 defense. Kessinger's at short, 8 out of 10 defensive range. Beckert's at second, so you got Cubs up the middle, 7 out of 10 defensive range. And Hank Aaron's at first. He moves from right to first as Clemente takes over in right. Aaron, 6 out of 10 at first. Lou Brock is in left, 5 out of 10 defense range, 3 out of 10 arm. Willie Mays again in center, 6 out of 10 defensive range, 2 out of 10 arm. And Roberto Clemente, 10 out of 10 defensive range, 9 out of 10 arm. Jack Dawson is here at the ballpark. Hope all is well, my friend. And here's Rod Carew. He was 1 for 4 yesterday. Overall in 71, 307, 2 homers, 48 ribbies. Oliva on deck. Seaver picks up the sign from Manny Seguin. He deals to Rod Carew. Carew swings, hard ground ball to Beckert. Moving to his right, throws to Aaron, 1 down. That'll bring up Tony Oliva making his first start in the series. Overall in 71, 337, 22 homers, 81 ribbies. Playing left field. Another left-handed stick that Tom Terrific has to face. The windup and the pitch to Oliva. Oliva lines it to Brock in left. Hit it on the screws, but right at Lou Brock as he bid for a base hit the other way. 2 outs. Bobby Mercer, who made a fine running catch to retire the top of the first when Torre gave it a ride. Bobby yesterday was 0 for 2. He did score a run. In 71, 331 for the Yankees. 25 homers, 94 ribbies. Yes, I believe he was, with the Yankees in 71. Cash on deck. Seguin wiggles the fingers. Seaver nods his head in acknowledgement. Here's the pitch to Mercer. Mercer sends that deep down the right field line, and Roberto Clemente makes the running catch in the corner. And the side is retired as Roberto flips the ball to a fan. We're through 1, no score here in Detroit in our All-Star Extravaganza 1971, Game 2, best of 7. The American Leaguers lead the series 1-0 as they took Game 1 6-1. Blue the victor, Doc Ellis the loser. For the National League, it'll be Aaron, Seguin, and Mays. Hank Aaron was 0 for 4 yesterday. Overall, 327, 47 homers, 118 ribbies. Wilbur Wood, the knuckleballer, nods his head. The pitch to Aaron. Aaron rips a shot, and it's gone! Upper deck as Aaron crushed the flutter ball. And it's 1-0 National League. That's how they got started yesterday. Except it was a leadoff homer in the first by Mays. And now it's Hank Aaron in the second. Let's watch that Hank Aaron blast one more time. Off the flutter ball. Boom goes the ball, and Hank Aaron touches them all. 1-0 National League. Manny Seguin strides to the plate, getting his first start. 319 in 71, 7 homers, 81 ribbies, right-handed batter. Wilbur Wood nods his head, the windup and the pitch to Seguin. The knuckler grounded back to Wood. He throws to Cash, and that is out number 1. Willie Mays comes to the plate. Mays was 2 for 3. A home run, a ribby, and a run scored. Overall, 271, 18 homers, 61 ribbies, and he played absolutely marvelous defense yesterday. In center, Mays awaits the Wood offering. Here comes the butterfly ball. And that ball is gone! Willie Mays has hit his second home run in as many games, and it is 2-0 National League. Oh boy, the flutter ball is flying out of the ballpark. Let's watch the Say Hey Kids blast. Boom goes the ball, and Willie Mays touches them all. So Aaron and Mays have homered. We're seeing something special here, folks. Here comes Lou Brock, 1 out, no one on. Brock gets the start out and left. 313, 7 homers, 61 ribbies. 9 out of 10 bunter. Corners will move in for the American League. Robinson in at third, Cash in at first. Here's the pitch to Brock from Wilbur Wood, and he strikes him out. Great job of framing the pitch by Freehand. Brock didn't like the call. So 2 outs, bases empty for Don Kessinger. Kessinger, no official at bat yesterday. 258 overall. Oh, he did not play yesterday. Becker played, the second baseman, excuse me. So this is his first start, 258, 2 homers, 38 ribbies. But against left-handed pitching, he batted 277. Here's the pitch to Kessinger. Ground ball, right side. Cash has it, flips to Wood, covering the bag. They get Kessinger by a couple of steps, and the side is retired. But home runs by Aaron and Mays gives the National League a 2-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the first. Due up for the American League, Cash, Freehand, and Jackson. Norm Cash, 1 for 4. His one hit was a home run. Overall in 71, 283, 32 homers, 91 ribbies. Left-handed batter. Tom Terrific is ready. He rocks and deals to Cash. Cash swings. That's a base hit to... Oh, it shoots past Clemente, but Cash does not go for 2. Clemente quickly got to it and fired it back in. He has a cannon for an arm. So Cash is on first, and here comes his teammate, Detroit catcher Bill Freehand. Freehand was 1 for 4, knocked in 2 runs in Game 1. Overall in 1971, 277, 21 homers, 71 ribbies. One swing of the bat, and he can tie it up here. Manny Seguin wiggles the fingers, sets the target. Tom Terrific rocks and fires to Freehand. And Freehand sends that ball deep. And Willie Mays makes the unbelievable catch. Oh my Lord, Mays went 10 miles, it seems. The left center field makes the running catch. Cash, 69% chance of tagging up, going to second. He's going. Here's the throw by Mays. Cash slides in, and he's out. Oh boy, Cash rolled the dice, and he cashed out his chips. He is out at second. What a throw by Mays. Let's watch this catch and throw by Willie Mays. Freehand gives it a drive. Mays to left center. Cash goes back to tag up. Mays fires. We challenge his 2 out of 10 arm, but he has turned back the hands of time defensively in this series so far in 2 games. That's a double play. 2 outs, bases empty for Reginald Martinez Jackson. Jackson getting his first start in right. Overall in 71, 277, 32 homers, and 80 ribbies. Here's the pitch from Seaver to Jackson. And he walked him. So Jackson's on at first. Tying run comes to the plate, and the human vacuum cleaner, Brooks Robinson. 1 for 4. He doubled, and he knocked in 2 runs and scored a run in Game 1 of the best-of-7 series. 272 overall on 71. 20 homers, 92 ribbies. Jackson, 64% chance of stealing second. Aaron holding him on. Seaver takes a peek. Now he rocks and deals to Brooks Robinson. Robinson, and that's a base hit to left. Jackson hits second base and heads to third. So first and third, 2 outs for the number 8 batter, Cookie Rojas. On deck, Wilbur Wood. Let's see how they pitch to Rojas. Rojas batted .300, 6 home runs, 59 ribbies. Normally a second baseman, but he can play short. Much better hitter than Aparicio. So he takes over the shortstop job as he batted .297 against right-handed pitching. Aaron holding Brooks Robinson on at first. Seaver looks in. Here's the pitch to Cookie Rojas. Rojas swings, base hit to center, and it's 2-1. So Rojas comes through in the clutch. Robinson goes first to third, and here's Wilbur Wood. Wilbur Wood batted .052, no homers, no ribbies. Choking up on that bat. Seaver wants to make quick work of his counterpart. The pitch to the knuckleballer. And Wilbur Wood sends that ball. What a catch by Clemente! Roberto Clemente robs Wilbur Wood of extra bases on the deep shot to right field in the corner. And the National Leaguers stay on top 2-1. Let's watch that great catch by Clemente. That ball's driven deep to right. And Clemente in the corner makes the catch and bangs into the wall. Holy cow. One more time, the great catch by Clemente. Wilbur Wood was making a bid for extra bases, and watching that replay, that could have been out here. That might have snuck over that low wall there, out and right. So the American Leaguers do get one. We go to the top of the third, 2-1 National League. Due up for the National League, Seaver, then the top of the order, Beckert and Roberto Clemente, who just made that web gem of a catch. Dave Gardner's at the ballpark as he says, "We all love some Wood." This is true. I cannot deny that. Especially, well, I will leave it at that. Tom Seaver batted .196, 1 homer, 7 ribbies. Wood deals to his counterpart Seaver. Seaver grounds it to Robinson, fires quickly to Cash, and he is out 5-3. Top of the order, Glenn Beckert. Beckert 0 for 1 today, grounded to first. Wood, the windup, the flutter ball. Beckert swings, ground ball to Robinson, rinse and repeat, over to Cash, 5-3 once and again. As Thrice-A-Roni, a card collecting treat. Thrice-A-Roni's at the ballpark. Please check out that wonderful YouTube channel along with Dave Gardner. Much great stuff on those two channels. And also for all your hockey tournament needs, check out Dave Gardner and hockeytournaments.com. That's hockeytournaments.com. So 2 outs, base is empty for Roberto Clemente. He is 0 for 1. What a catch he made off Wilbur Wood to end the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch to the great one, Roberto Clemente. And Clemente grounds a deep short. Rojas fires on a line to Cash, and the side is retired. 1-2-3. Go the National Leaguers. So the flutter ball flew much better in the top of the third than it did in the top of the second. One Aaron and Mays homered. We go to the bottom of the third, still 2-1 National League. Due up the top of the order for the American League, Carew, Oliva, and Bobby Mercer. Rod Carew is 0 for 1. Seaver picks up the sign from Manny Seguin. The pitch to Carew. Carew grounds it to Beckert. Beckert throws to Aaron. 1 down. Here comes Tony Oliva. He's 0 for 1. He lined to left. And Lou Brock. Bobby Mercer on deck. 2-1 National League. The big windup and pitch from Seaver. Oliva swings the lumber. Sends that to shallow right. Clemente coming in. Makes the basket catch. Nice catch by Roberto. 2 down. And here's Bobby Mercer, American League center fielder. He flew deep down the right field line. And Clemente he's made 2 fabulous catches down the right field line. 2-1. Seaver shakes off Seguin. Now he's ready. He rocks and fires. Mercer, swing and a miss, and the side is retired. We're through 3, 2-1 National League. They trail in the series 1-0. They lost game 1, 6-1. The winning pitcher was Vida Blue, the losing pitcher Doc Ellis. Due up for the National League in the top of the fourth, Joe Torre, Hammer and Hank Aaron, and Manny Seguin. Torre is 0 for 1. Fly to deep right center in the first, Bobby Mercer. Very good running catch. Freehand sets the target. The pitch to Torre. Knuckleball. Shallow left. Oliva going in, and Robinson goes out and makes the catch. So Brooksy makes the catch. As the wind played tricks with that, 1 down. And here's Hank Aaron, 1 for 1. He hit a homer his first at-bat. Freehand goes out to have a word with Wilbur Wood back behind the plate. He deals to Hammer and Hank. Aaron swings. Fly ball. Deep left. In the corner. Oliva reaches out. Makes the catch. Bangs into the stands. And that is 2 down. Oliva playing left field, a position he normally does not play. What a catch by Tony Oliva. Watch it again. Aaron making a bid for extra bases. Oliva in the corner makes the catch and bangs into that little side wall. So 2 up, 2 down for Manny Seguin. He is 0 for 1. He grounded back to Wilbur Wood. Wilbur Wood sends the knuckler fourth. Seguin grounds it to Rojas, and Rojas boots the ball. He picks it up and he kicks the dirt over at short. So Manny Seguin's on the E6. 6 out of 10 base running ability, 63% chance of stealing second. Cash holds him on. Wilbur Wood throws over, and Seguin just gets back. And here's Willie Mays. He's 1 for 1 with a homer. On deck, Lou Brock. Wood again looks to first. Now in at the plate, picks up the sign from Freehand. Here's the flutter ball to the Say Hey Kid. Mays grounds it to Robinson. He has it, throws a short way to Carew. They get the force on Seguin, and the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 2-1 National League. Due up for the American Leaguers of 71, Cash, Freehand, and Reginald Martinez Jackson. Norm Cash singled in his first plate appearance. Left-handed batter. Tom Terrific back up on the bump for the National League. Boys of Summer. Here's the pitch, homeward bound. Cash swings, shallow fly ball, and Mays comes in. He calls off Becker, and that's out number 1. Willie Mays is really turning back the hands of times here. That's 1 down. The catcher, Bill Freehand, for the Tigers strides the plate. He is 0 for 1. Jackson on deck. Seaver nods his head. He rocks and deals. Freehand swings. Right field, right center. Clemente makes the catch. That ball started to tail away from him, but Roberto was there. So 2 up, 2 down, 2-1 National Leaguers, and it's Reggie Jackson. Jackson walked in his first plate appearance. 1 swing of the bat by Reginald Martinez Jackson could tie it up. He had 32 homers in 71. Brooks Robinson on deck. Seguin sets the target, the pitch to Jackson. And he strikes him out. Seaver gets him swinging on the breaking pitch as Jackson goes down to 1 knee. The side is retired. We go to the top of the 5th. We're through 4. 2-1 National Leaguers. Due up for the National League boys this summer. Brock, Kessinger, and Seaver to face Wilbur Wood. Lou Brock is 0 for 1. Excellent bunter, 9 out of 10. Corners move in. Brooks Robinson in at third. Norm Cash in at first. Here's the pitch to Brock. The knuckler. And that's a big swing and a miss as that ball was dancing. 1 down. Second strikeout for Wilbur Wood. Here comes Don Kissinger. 0 for 1. Right-handed batter. 7 out of 10 bunter, but the infield will play normal. Kessinger awaits the Wood offering. Here's the flutter ball. Kessinger, base hit, left center field. That's a 1-out single. Kessinger, 62% chance of stealing second. Tom Seaver comes up. We're going to play third base in as we look for Seaver to bunt. Wood throws over, pickoff attempt, and Kessinger just gets back. That was a close call. Again, Wood peeks to first. Now he pitches to his counterpart. And that's a line shot to Oliva in left. So no bunt was on. Tom Seaver stroked it well. But he lines out to Oliva in left field. So 2 outs. Kessinger will be off on contact. Cash still holding him on. Here comes his teammate, Glenn Beckert. who is 0 for 6 in the series. The pitch to Beckert. And base hit to center. Kessinger is going to go first to third. And with 2 outs, we have Cubs on the corner. And here comes Roberto Clemente of the Pittsburgh Pirates. He is 0 for 2. These are some huge insurance runs here. And then Wilbur Wood has thrown 63 pitches. He's good for 135. Clemente 0 for 2. He's grounded to short twice. Can Wilbur Wood get him one more time and leave National Leaguers on the corner? Freehand sets the target, prays that the knuckleball will hit it. Here's the flutter ball to Clemente. Fly ball, shallow left center. Mercer makes the catch, and the side is retired. So Wood pitches out of the jam. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 2-1 National Leaguers. Due up for the American League boys this summer. Robinson, that's Brooks Robinson, Cookie Rojas, and Wilbur Wood. Robinson is 1 for 1. He's singled. Seguin goes through the side. Seaver nods his head in approval. He kicks and deals to Robinson. Foul ball, left side. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Brooks Robinson, the human vacuum cleaner at third. Rojas on deck. Once again, Seaver into the breach. Robinson, right field. Clemente comes in, makes the catch. 1 down. Here's Cookie Rojas. He's 1 for 1. He knocked in the only run for the American Leaguers, as Jackson scored on his single. Wilbur Wood on deck. Seaver nods his head in acknowledgement. The windup and the pitch to Rojas. And Rojas works a walk. Good job by Cookie. Good job by Cookie. So Rojas is on first, and here's Wilbur Wood. Wood was robbed of a possible homer. Definitely extra bases by Clemente, as Clemente went racing to the corner. And it was a little leap, and that ball might have been out of here if he doesn't make that catch. Might have snuck over that low wall. On deck is Rod Carew. Wilbur Wood, 10 out of 10 bunter. He's going to go for the sacrifice bunt with 2 outs. Seguin's only play is to first, and covering first on the wheel plays a second baseman, Beckert. So 2 outs, and Rojas is in scoring position. The tying run at second for Rod Carew, who's 0 for 2. He's grounded to second twice. Can he tie it up? Tony Oliva is on deck. Rojas will get a few extra steps with 2 outs. Seaver peeks over his shoulder. Kissinger trying to keep Rojas close. And here's the pitch from Seaver to Carew. And Carew singles to center. Rojas scores, and it's a 2-2 ball game. So the small ball prevails. The Wilbur Wood bunt moves Rojas to second, and Rod Carew knocks him in. So with 2 outs, it's a 2-2 ball game. Carew, the go-ahead run at first, and here comes his teammate, Tony Oliva, who's 0 for 2. Aaron holding Carew on at first. Mercer on deck. Here's the pitch to Oliva. 2-2 ball game. And Oliva walks. So Seaver having some difficulty here in the bottom of the 5th, as the American Leaguers have tied it up with 2 outs. And here's Bobby Mercer. 2 outs, 2 on, 2-2 ball game. Deuces are wild. Remember, Mercer had 25 home runs in 71. Once deemed to be the heir apparent to Mickey Mantle. Mercer a good player, but never lived up to those hopes. Here's the pitch to Bobby Mercer. Mercer swings, ground ball. Aaron has it, takes it to the bag himself, and the side is retired. But the American League scores 1. It's a tie ball game as we go to the top of the 6th. It's 2-2. How do you do? Wilbur Wood back up on the bump for the American League All-Stars of 71. He will face Torrey, Aaron, and Manny Seguin. Joe Torrey is 0 for 2. The knuckleball to Torrey. And that's a base hit. Oh, it shoots between Oliva and Rojas, but Torrey stumbles out of the box and only gets a single. Wow. So Torrey, the go-ahead run at first. Here's Hammer and Hank Aaron. He's 1 for 2, a solo homer in the second. Then he flied very deep down the left field line. Marvelous catch by Oliva when he banged into the sidewall. Rojas and Carew hoping to turn 2. Freehand wiggles the fingers, but you know it's a knuckleball. Flutter ball flies fourth. Aaron swings, rips that ball foul down the left field line. 2-2 count now. Wood throws over, and Torrey just gets back on the swipe tag by Cash. Here's the pitch to Aaron. Aaron base hit, left side. Oliva has it, throws it back in, so back-to-back singles to start off the top of the 6th. Go-ahead run, Joe Torrey is at second. 5 out of 10 base running ability. Aaron, 4 out of 10 base running ability at first. And here's Manny Seguin, he's 0 for 2. Wood would love a double play ball here. The windup and the pitch to Manny Seguin. Ground ball. Rojas to Carew, on to Cash, 2 down. Nice play. Rojas ranging behind the second base bag. Quickly snared it, flipped to Carew, who pivoted and fired to Cash. The pitcher's best friend, the double play. 6 to 4 to 3. Advancing to third is Torrey, but there are 2 outs. Willie Mays, the Say Hey kid, the aging Say Hey kid, 1 for 2. His 1 hit, a homer. In 2 games, he's had 2 homers. 2-2 ball game. Can Mays untie it? On deck is Brock. Mays batting 600 in this series. The knuckleball flies fourth to Mays. And that's a walk. Lou Brock strides to the plate. 0 for 2. 9 out of 10 bunter. But we're going to play the infield normal. Mays at first. Torrey at third. The go-ahead run. Freehand sets the target. The pitch to Brock. Freehand has a word with Wilbur Wood. Now the pitch to Brock. And that's a base hit to right. Torrey trots in from third. Mays goes first to third. And Lou Brock has just given the National Leaguers a 3-2 lead. Nice piece of hitting by Brock. That knuckleball was a little high, and you know what they say. If it's high, tee it up and let it fly. So it's 3-2 National Leaguers. Wilbur Wood up to 80 pitches, and here comes Kessinger. He's 1 for 2. Let's see who we're going to get up in the pen. As the American Leaguers have all starters. Every one of their pitchers is a starter. Jim Perry. Jim Perry. Kessinger is a switch hitter. Only 251 against righties. Marty Patton. It's going to be Andy Messersmith, so Wilbur Wood's day is done. Here comes Andy Messersmith. And he'll bat in the 9 spot, so here's Andy Messersmith. 20 and 13, 2.99 earned run average. And he's coming out of the pen to try to get the third and final out here against Kessinger. Kessinger against right-handed pitching, only 251. Let's see if the National Leaguers will go to a pinch hitter. So it's 3-2 on the Brock single with 2 outs. Knocks in Torrey. Mays is at third. Brock's at first. Messersmith looks to first. Cash holding him on. He'll throw over. Oh, he throws to third. Oh, it was like look to first, throw to third. But Mays got back. And now Messersmith deals to Kessinger. And he strikes him out. And the side is retired, but the National Leaguers on the Brock single go ahead 3-2. Due up for the American League All-Stars of 71. Cash, Freehand, and Jackson. Tom Seaver has a 1-run lead. He's thrown 66 pitches, good for 140. Cash, as I stated, 1 for 2. Singled in the second. Flew to shallow left in the fourth. He awaits the Tom Terrific offering. Pitch homeward bound. Cash swings, ground ball up the middle, and it's through past the dive of Kessinger. So the tying run at first. Norm Cash, 4-10 base runner. Aaron holding him on. Here comes Bill Freehand, his teammate, and the Detroit Tiger catcher. He, as I stated, 0 for 2. Only 1 for 6 in this series. Seaver looks to first. Now in at Seguin. The pitch to Freehand. Freehand grounds it to Aaron. Aaron bobbles the ball. Does he recover in time? No. It's going to be an error on him. Yes, he does. Wow. Holy cow. Freehand is arguing along with the first base coach, but the man in blue will not change the call. Hank Aaron stayed with the ball, and he just beats Freehand to the bag. Advancing to second is Cash. So the American Leaguers thought they had first and second no outs. Instead, it's Cash at second and 1 out. Here's Reginald Martinez Jackson. He has walked and struck out. Here's the pitch to Reggie from Seaver, and Seaver strikes him out for a second time as he paints the outside corner at the knees with a fastball. So 2 outs. Cash will be off on contact. Brooks Robinson, the third baseman, comes to plate. He's 1 for 2. He's singled and flown deep to right. Seaver, deep breath, arms down to his chest. The big windup and the pitch to Brooks Robinson. Robinson sends that ball to center. Mays camps, makes the catch. Tying run stranded at second. We're through 6, 3-2 National Leaguers. Remember, they lost game 1, 6-1. Here comes Seaver at the plate, followed by Beckert and Clemente. Andy Messersmith back up on the mound as he came in relief for Wilbur Wood. The pitch to Seaver. And, oh my lord, he walks Tom Seaver. Oh my god, we walked the pitcher. Seaver's at first. Excellent chance for a double play ball here. He's going to go aggressive to Beckert. Beckert grounds it to Messersmith, to Carew, on to Cash. Double play as he jams Beckert, who beat the ball quite hardly back to Messersmith. Again, 1-4-3. 2 outs, base is empty for Roberto Clemente. Clemente's 0 for 3 at the plate, but has played absolutely wonderful right field defensively. The pitch to Roberto. Fly ball. Mercer, shallow left center, makes the catch, and 1-2-3 with the double play. Go the National Leaguers. We go to the bottom of the 7th, 3-2. The National League boys of summer. Due up Rojas, Messersmith, so most likely a pinch hitter, and Carew. Cookie Rojas is 1 for 1. The pitch to Cookie. And that's a base hit to right. Tying run at first. And here's Andy Messersmith. Corners are in. Corners are in. Rojas an 80% chance of stealing second. There he goes. Seguin throws down, and Rojas is safe. So Rojas, tying run at second. Messersmith with the sack bunt. 10 out of 10 bunter. He puts it down. Seguin's only play is to first. Beckert on the wheel play. The second baseman covers. So that goes 2-4, but advancing to third is Rojas with 1 out. Small ball at its best. And here's Rod Carew. Rod Carew's 1 for 3. He's knocked in a run with a single. Can he do it again? Infield in. National League going to stick with Seaver. Here's the pitch from Tom Terrific to Rod Carew. And Rod Carew Singles to center, and it's a 3-3 ball game. So Rod Carew's now 2 for 4. He's knocked in 2 runs. It's a 3-3 ball game, and here comes his teammate, Tony Oliva, normally a right fielder, playing left field. Let's see what Tony can do. Aaron holding Carew on. The pitch to Oliva from Seaver. And that's a base hit to right. Carew's going to go first to third. As Clemente thought about it, but he throws it in towards second to keep the double play in order. That double play will retire the side. So it's a 3-3 ball game. Bobby Mercer steps to the plate. Carew's at third. Oliva's at first. Mercer's 0 for 3. Cash on deck. These are the 4 left-handed batters that we inserted in this lineup to face Tom Seaver in Game 2. Mercer awaits the Seaver offering. Pitch homeward bound. And Mercer works a walk. So Seaver is in trouble. He's on the ropes. And they're going to stick with Seaver. Here it comes Norm Cash. He's 2 for 3 off Tom Terrific. 3-3 ball game. No place to put Cash. Cash hoping to be a cash cow. He singled in the second, flied to shallow left center in the fourth, and then singled up the middle in the sixth. Carew at third, Oliva at second, Bobby Mercer at first. The National Leaguers hoping to turn 2. The pitch to Cash. Seguin has a word with Seaver back behind the plate. Now the pitch. And he strikes him out. Oh, Cash expanded the zone. Swing and a miss. And Seguin holds on to the foul tip. So there are 2 outs. Seaver 1 out away from getting out of this mess. And here's Bill Freehand. He is 0 for 3. Freehand's 0 for 3. Ray Fosse can come in to catch. And we still have Dave Duncan also. Powell. Amos Otis, who batted .295 off right-handed pitching, is going to pinch hit. So it's going to be Amos Otis to pinch hit for Freehand. Amos Otis in 71. This is his first at-bat in the series. And it comes in a pinch hitting appearance. 301 in 71, 15 homers, 79 ribbies, .295 off right-handed pitching. No place to put Amos. Carew at third, Oliva at second, Mercer at first. Seaver needs 1 more out. 3-3 ball game. He nods his head. A deep breath. The windup and the pitch to Amos Otis. And he strikes him out! Seaver pumps his fist. And the side is retired, but the American League Boys of Summer knock in 1 more on the Rod Carew single. Carew's knocked in 2. We go to the top of the 8th, tied at 3. The new catcher for the American League, Duncan, 8 out of 10 range, 5 out of 10 arm. Fosse, 10 out of 10 range, 7 out of 10. So Ray Fosse will be the catcher. So Andy Messersmith back up on the bump. Got a chance to win it here in relief. He's going to face Torrey, Aaron, and Seguin. 3-3 ball game. Joe Torrey's 1 for 3. He's flown to right center, popped to third, and lined a single to left in his last plate appearance. Fosse again behind the plate. 10 out of 10 defensive range, 7 out of 10 arm. Here's the pitch from Messersmith to Torrey. And fly ball to Mercer. 1 down. Mercer just stood still in center. Just had to make the catch, and he did. So 1 out. Here's Hammer and Hank Aaron, 2 for 3. A solo homer in the second. Deep fly out to left, in the fourth, and a single in the sixth. Fosse sets the target. The pitch to Hammer and Hank Aaron. Ground ball bouncing to third. Robinson lets it go foul. The count's no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, base is empty. The windup and the pitch from Messersmith. And, oh! Fosse wanted the call. He didn't get it. Aaron will be lifted for Bobby Bonds, father of Barry. 7 out of 10 base runner ability. He's the go-ahead run at first. So Cash will hold him on. Messersmith throws over. And Bonds is picked off! Bonds is picked off! Messersmith caught him napping. So there goes the pinch runner. Bobby Bonds, who could be aloof, wasn't really paying attention. Andy Messersmith looking in at Fosse. Fosse gave him some sort of signal, and Messersmith with the pickoff. Let's watch that again. Barry Bonds is picked off. 2 outs. Wow. Holy cow. That National League dugout is none too happy with Sir Bonds. I believe he was with the Giants in 71. The San Francisco Giants. So 2 outs, bases empty. Manny Seguin still at the plate, 0 for 3. Messersmith kicks and fires to Manny Seguin. Seguin grounds it up the middle. Carew has it, throws to Cash, and the side is retired on the bounding ball. We go to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 3. Due up for the American League, Jackson, Robinson, and Rojas. Messersmith in the hole. Colbert is now at first for the National Leaguers. 7 out of 10 defense. And Colbert batted .264, 27 homers, and 84 ribbies. Jackson's 0 for 2. Seaver has gone through 7. 8 hits, 4 walks, 5 Ks, 3 runs. The pitch to Jackson. And he strikes Reggie Jackson out for a 3rd time. The hat trick you don't want. 1 down in the bottom of the 8th. Brooks Robinson is 1 for 3. Rojas on deck. Here's the pitch to Brooksy. Robinson grounds it to deep. Short. Kessinger dives from his knees, fires low, and Colbert digs it out of the dirt. What a play. Let's watch that over again. Kessinger, that ball took off on him. He makes the dive from his knees, throws low, but Colbert digs it out, and they get Brooks Robinson by a half step. So 2 outs, bases empty for Cookie Rojas, who's 2 for 2. Seaver deals to Cookie, and he strikes him out. Side is retired thanks to a helping diving stop by Kessinger and a strikeout of Rojas. We're through 8, knotted at 3. Game 2, best of 7 in our 1971 All-Star Series extravaganza. And Messersmith is back up on the mound. 26 pitches, good for 70 out of the bullpen. He'll face Mays, Brock, and Kessinger. Mays 1 for 2 with a homer. Here's the pitch to the aging Say Hey Kid. And Mays works a walk. Go ahead run at first. Mays still a 7 out of 10 base runner. Cash holding him on. Messersmith throws over, looking to pick off another National Leaguer. He does not, though. And Mays' stealing attempt goes up to 59%. Lou Brock's 1 for 3. Brock has knocked in a run as he struck out in his first 2 plate appearances and then singled in the 6th, knocking in Torrey. Carew and Rojas hope to turn 2 up the middle. The pitch to Brock. And that's a line shot. Drops in front of Bobby Mercer. He played it safely. So it's 1st and 2nd. A walk and a single. And here comes Don Kessinger, who's 1 for 3 today. 8 out of 10 bunter. Messersmith will lead off the bottom of the 9th. He's going to go aggressive against Kessinger. Kessinger pops it up, foul territory. Cash racing over towards the stands, but it's a foul and out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Again, Mays at 2nd, the go-ahead run. Brock at 1st. Messersmith, excuse me. One more time and in the breach. Here's the pitch to Kessinger. The ball gets away from Ray Fosse. It's a wild pitch, but Willie Mays did not feel confident enough to go to 3rd. Fosse quickly pounced on it and was prepared to throw to Brooks Robinson. So the count's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fosse gets a new ball for Messersmith. Messersmith rubs it up. Back up on the bump, toes the rubber. Peers in at Fosse. He deals to Kessinger, 1-2 count. Ground ball, Carew. Only play is to first, as Brock's a speedy runner. So 1 out. Second and third time Seaver comes to the plate. The infield will move in a 3-3 ball game. Top of the 9th. Infield in. Seaver's 0 for 2. Outfield straightaway and normal. And here comes Willie Stretch McCovey. So Seaver's day is done. He went 8 innings and he gave up 3 runs. He will have a no decision. Willie McCovey was 1 for 4 in game 1. And I think we're going to go lefty. McCovey, though, actually bats a few points higher against a lefty. But Messersmith gives up a .232 batting average against lefties. Let's see what we're going to do here. And it's going to be Sam McDowell, I believe from the White Sox. Lefties only batted .196, so here comes Sam McDowell out of the pen. Cookie Rojas will come out of the game, as it's a double switch. Going into short will be Aparicio, and he'll lead off the bottom of the 9th. So here is Blackjack Sam McDowell. He was 13-17 with 1 save, 3.40 earned run average. He struck out 192, and lefties only hit 196 off of him. 1 out. Mays the go-ahead run at third. Brock's at second, a huge insurance run, and a speedy runner, a base hit. Brock will score. McDowell deals to McCovey, and he jammed it, popped up behind the plate, and Fosse makes the diving catch. And there are 2 outs, so McDowell jams Willie Stretch McCovey. The ball goes back towards the screen. Fosse throws the mask away, races back, and he makes the diving catch. 2 down. Infield goes back to normal now. And here is Beckert. Beckert's 1 for 4. 379 off lefties, 327 off righties. Sam McDowell only gives up a .209 batting average. Clemente on deck. Here's the pitch from McDowell to Beckert. Ground ball back to McDowell. He throws the cash, and the side is retired. Sam McDowell does his J.O.B. The National League put the go-ahead run at third with less than 2 outs, but cannot knock in Willie Mays. We go to the bottom of the 9th in a thriller here. It is 3-3 game 2, best of 7, 1971 All-Star Extravaganza. All games played here in Detroit. And the National Leaguers now go to Clay Carroll. Clay Carroll, 10-4 with 15 saves, 2.50 earned run average. He'll face Luis Aparicio, who came into play short on the double switch at the top of the order. Carew and Oliva. Here's the pitch to little Louis Aparicio from Clay Carroll. And Aparicio grounds it to Beckert, right side, moving to his right, quickly throws to Colbert, 1 down. Rod Carew's 2 for 4, and he's knocked in 2 runs. Oliva's on deck. Seguin sets the target. Carroll deals to Carew. And Carew grounds it to Colbert, waves off Carroll, takes it to the bag, 2 down. As Carew grounds out to first. Extra innings loom large with 2 outs and no one on. Antonio Oliva strides to the plate. He's 1 for 3. Carroll readies himself. He deals to Oliva. And Oliva sends that ball deep to center. Willie Mays makes the running catch. Bangs into the wall. And we're going to, as they say, free baseball. Top of the 10th. We're knotted at 3. Due up for the National Leaguers. Clemente, Torrey, and Colbert. Roberto Clemente is 0 for 4. He batted .370 off left-handed pitching. Let's see if McDowell can get him to expand the zone with the pitch around. Fosse sets the target. McDowell deals to Clemente. Clemente, fly ball, center field. Mercer's there, makes the catch. So McDowell gets Clemente to reach, 1 away. Joe Torre's 1 for 4. His one hit came back in the 6th. It was a single. Fosse and McDowell can't get on the same page. Now they're ready. Again, McDowell hopes to have Torrey expand the zone with the pitch around. And Torrey does not chase. He walks. Go ahead, run at first. Colbert. Nate Colbert, who came in defensively for Hank Aaron, will get his second plate appearance. 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter in Game 1. Aparicio and Carew hope to turn 2 up the middle. McDowell throws over to first. And Torrey gets back. He had to dive. Cash applied the tag a little too late. Again, McDowell looks to first. Now he deals to Nate Colbert. Colbert, ground ball. Robinson to Carew. On to Cash. Double play. Pitcher's best friend. The side is retired. McDowell pumps his fist, jogs off the mound towards the American League dugout. 5-4 to 3. So Clay Carroll is back up on the mound. He needs 3 outs to get the National Leaguers to the top of the 11th. He will face Mercer, Cash, and Ray Fosse. Bobby Mercer's 0 for 3. Here's a pitch from Clay Carroll. And Bobby Mercer lines are shot the other way to Brock. And Lou Brock makes the catch, 1 away. Norm Cash 2 for 4. Cash would love a walk-off homer here. Ray Fosse on deck. Manny Seguin wiggles the fingers, sets a target. Carroll deals to Cash. Cash lines out to Becker. Oh my lord. The American Leaguers have hit the balls on the screws, but with nothing to show for it. Here's Ray Fosse. He came in to catch after Freehand was pinch hit for. First plate appearance in the series. Fosse, 276, 12 homers, 62 ribbies. Against right-handed pitching, 285. The pitch to Ray Fosse. And he strikes out. So 1-2-3 go the American Leaguers. We go to the top of the 11th, tied at 3. Here's Manny Seguin. He is 0 for 4. He feasted on left-handed pitching, 347. Pitch around to Seguin. Seguin goes with the pitch to right. A leadoff single. Great piece of hitting by Manny Seguin. Go ahead, run at first. Here's Willie Mays. And that's going to be it for McDowell. They're going to go with Marty Patton's going to come in. So here's Marty Patton. Former Red, he might have 71. He might have still been with the Red Sox. Marty Patton probably was still with the Red Sox. 14 and 14, 3.13 earned run average. Struck out 169. Righties only batted 214, and Mays only batted 254 off righties. Thus the switch. So no outs. Go ahead, run at first. Mays 1 for 2. He has a homer. Mays homered in Game 1 and now has homered in Game 2. Here's the pitch to the Say Hey Kid. And no, they go to Willie Pop Stargell. So the National Leaguers counter with Willie Stargell, who was 0 for 2 in Game 1. Stargell batted 295, 48 homers and 125 ribbies, and 330 off right-handed pitching. The pitch around. Will Stargell chase? No, he does not. He does not expand the zone. First and second. No outs. Lou Brock. Patton needs a strikeout here. He rocks and fires to Brock. And that's a shot down the line. 1 run scores. And Stargell will be held up on the Brock double down the right field line past the dive of Cash. And it's now 4-3 National Leaguers with no outs, second and third. And the infield will move in. Kessinger at the plate, 1 for 4. Patton readies himself. The pitch. Kessinger strikes out, and that's huge. 1 out, second and third. 4-3 National Leaguers. Patton has to keep it a 1-run deficit. And here comes Clay Carroll. I'm assuming they'll pinch hit for Carroll, and they do. La Grande à l'Orange. Rusty Staub strides to the plate. Staub in 71 was probably with the Expos. I think he's not with the Mets by then. I don't think he's with the Mets. I don't know. Might be with the Expos or the Mets. He's definitely not with Houston anymore. So La Grande à l'Orange, Rusty Staub, 311, 19 homers, 97 ribbies, and 342 off right-handed pitching. And they will go to the left. Oh boy. Who do we want to go with? Mickey Lolich probably going to get the start. Palmer, 62. Well, Lolich could start in game 4. Here comes Mickey Lolich. So Mickey Lolich will come out of the pen. Lefties only batted 174. Lolich 25 and 14, 292 earned run average. Infield moves in. Lolich deals to La Grande à l'Orange, Rusty Staub. And fly ball to Bobby Mercer. This should be deep enough to score Stargell. Mercer's going to uncork one, only a 23% chance. And Stargell slides in safely under the tag of Fosse, and it is 5-3, but there are 2 outs. Brock stayed at second. He did not tag and go to third. And here comes Glenn Beckert. Lolich deals to Beckert. And it's a base hit left center field. Brock comes racing around. It's now 6-3 National Leaguers, and that's it for Mickey Lolich. Sonny Seaver will come in to face Roberto Clemente. Sonny Seaver, 16 and 10, 2.91 earned run average. Throws to first. Cash applies the tag, but Becker gets back quite easily. Fosse sets the target. The pitch to Roberto Clemente. Ground ball. Cash has it. Takes it to the bag. The side is retired. Roberto Clemente is now 0 for 6. But the National Leaguers score 3 runs in the top of the 11th. They take a 6-3 lead. And we have some switches we have to tell you about. Going into center for defensive purposes, as Willie Mays comes out of the game with the 3-run lead in extra innings, is Willie Davis. 10 out of 10 defense, 4 out of 10 arm. And coming in to pitch is Don Wilson. 16 and 10, 2.50. Wilson pitched 1 inning and struck out 1 batter in game 1. Here's Reggie Jackson, who's 0 for 3. The pitch from Wilson to Jackson. And Jackson strikes out for, I believe, a 4th time. Let's just take a quick look. And the Boo Birds come out here in Detroit. Reggie Martinez Jackson has struck out 4 times. What a horrific game for him at the plate. Here's Brooks Robinson, 1 for 4. National Leaguers 2 outs away from tying the series up after scoring 3 runs in the top of the 11th. The pitch to Brooksy. And Robinson, shallow fly ball to right. Clemente comes in, makes the catch, 2 down. Sonny Siebert will not bat. Don Wilson's a righty. Who do we want to go with? Don Buford, the switch hitter, will come in to bat. Bump, bump. Bump, bump. Bump, bump. Bump, bump. Alrighty, so Don Buford tries to keep hope alive for the American Leaguers as they trail by 3 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 11th, 6-3. National League 71 All-Stars. Buford, the switch hitter, will be batting lefty. .290 in 1971, 19 homers, 54 ribbies. If he gets on, Aparicio is on deck. The pitch to Buford. And Buford works a walk. The game stays alive, folks. And now it's little Louis Aparicio. Only .215 off righties. We'll worry about who's going to play short if we get that far. And will we go with Big Frank Howard? Al Kaline, 280. Frank Robinson, 284. How many homers did Frank have? And 71-28. Al Kaline, 15. Here comes Big Frank Robinson. He started right field in game 1. Robinson was 1 for 3. Buford, his Oriole teammate at first, Colbert holding him on. Wilson deals to Robinson, looking for the final out here in game 2 to tie the series at 1. Robinson swings, fly ball, shallow center. Davis comes in, makes the catch, and the ball game is over. The National Leaguers put 3 up in the top of the 11th, and they defeat the American League 6-3. The series is knotted at 1. We will go to the box score in a moment. The screen will go black, and then the box score will appear. And there's the box score. Let's go to the pitching first. What a game. The National Leaguers win it 6-3. Again, 3 runs in the top of the 3rd. Off McDowell, he's the loser out of the pen. Clay Carroll is the winner out of the pen. So Seaver, Tom Seaver went 8 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 4 walks, 7 Ks. Clay Carroll went 2 innings, no hits, no walks, no runs, 1 strikeout. Don Wilson went an inning, and he got the save. So Clay Carroll gets the win, Don Wilson gets the save. And Wilson walked 1, struck out 1. No runs, no hits. For the American League, Wilbur Wood went 5 2/3, was lifted as he started to struggle. He did give up 2 bombs to Aaron and Mays early in the game, top of the 2nd. So 7 hits, 3 runs, all 3 earned, 2 homers, 1 walk, 2 Ks. Messersmith came in, settled things down, 2 2/3, 1 hit, no runs, but he did walk 3, and that did cause him to get lifted. He struck out 1. McDowell took the loss in an inning and 2/3. He got out of a jam in the top of the 10th, but could not in the top of the 11th. 1 hit, 1 run. That's the game-winning run. It was earned, walked 1, struck out none. Patton got an out. He was also given a hit, 2 runs. They were both earned. He walked 1, struck out 1. Lolich got an out. He gave up a hit. And Siebert pitched the final third of the game, and he got his batter out. So once again, the National League wins 6-3. The series is tied at 1 game apiece as the American Leaguers took Game 1 6-1 when Vida Blue defeated Doc Ellis. Player of the game. Let's see who the player of the game is. Lou Brock is the MVP, as he had the game-winning ribby. National League All-Stars left 8 runners on base, the American League 9. So Lou Brock was player of the game. Brock was 3 for 5, a run scored, 2 ribbies, 2 strikeouts, and a double. Player of the game, Lou Brock. For the National Leaguers, Beckert 2 for 6 with a ribby. Clemente 0 for 6, played marvelous defense in right. Torrey was 1 for 4 with a run scored and a walk. Hammer and Hank Aaron was 2 for 3, a run scored, an RBI, a walk, and a homer. Bonds, a pinch runner, got picked off. Probably won't see him the rest of this series. Colbert came in to play defense when Herron was lifted for the pinch runner. He was 0 for 1. Seguin 1 for 5 with a run scored. Willie Mays was 1 for 2, a run scored, a ribby, walked twice and had a homer. Willie Stargell walked, so no official at bat, and he scored. Davis came in to play center field when Stargell pinch hit for Mays, and he made the catch on the final out, did not have an at bat. Lou Brock, player of the game, as we stated, 3 for 5, a run scored, 2 ribbies, 2 strikeouts, and a double. Kessinger 1 for 5, he struck out twice. Tom Seaver 0 for 2, he struck out once. McCovey, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Carroll pitched, did not hit. Staub, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Wilson picked up the save. Carroll picked up the win, and Wilson also did not hit. So the National Leaguers in the 6-3 victory in the 11 innings, 40 at-bats, 6 runs, 11 hits, 6 RBI, 6 walks, 4 Ks, 1 double, 2 homers. For the American Leaguers, Rod Carew was 2 for 5 with 2 ribbies. Tony Oliva 1 for 4 with a walk. Bobby Mercer 0 for 4 with a walk and a strikeout. Norm Cash 2 for 5 with a strikeout. Freehand 0 for 3, batting 143. I think we'll go with a different catcher in Game 3. Amos Otis, pinch hitter, struck out. Ray Fosse came in when Otis pinch hit for Freehand. He was 0 for 1, struck out. Reggie Jackson was god-awful at the plate. 0 for 4. He did score a run when he walked, but he struck out 4 times. Brooks Robinson was 1 for 5. Cookie Rojas 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, a ribby, a walk, and a strikeout. McDowell pitched, did not hit. Patton pitched, did not hit. Lolich pitched, did not hit. Siebert pitched, did not hit. Buford, the pinch hitter, walked. Wilbur Wood was 0 for 1. Messersmith pitched, did not hit. Aparicio came in on the double switch. He was 0 for 1, played short. And then Frank Robinson pitched hit for Aparicio, and he flew out to center. I think he flew out to end the ball game. I know Davis made the last catch. Let's go to the recap. The National Leaguers would score 2 and get on the board first with 2 solo homers in the second, 2-0 National League. Homers by Aaron and Mays. American League cut the lead in half in the bottom of the second as they got a run back on the Cookie Rojas single, 2-1 National League. The American League would tie it up in the bottom of the 5th, 1 run on a hit and 2 walks. Rod Carew singled, scoring Rojas. We had a 2-2 ball game. That didn't last long, as in the top of the 6th, the National Leaguers took the lead back. 1 run on 3 hits and a walk. Lou Brock singled, knocking in Torrey, 3-2, the National League boys of summer. That lead didn't last long, as in the bottom of the 7th, the American Leaguers sent 7 batters to the plate, but only could muster 1 run on 3 hits and a walk. Rod Carew singled, knocking in Rojas again, and it was 3-3 as Carew knocked in his 2nd run. It would stay a tie ball game until the top of the 11th, when the American League bullpen could not hold on. The National League All-Stars sent 7 batters to the plate, scoring 3 runs on 3 hits and 1 walk. Brock doubled, knocking in a run. 4-3 went the National League. Rusty Staub hit a sac fly, 5-3, as he was a pinch hitter. And Glenn Beckert singled, scoring Brock, 6-3, and that's how the ball game ended. The series is now tied at 1. Jake Cruz is at the ballpark. Hope all is well, Jake. I don't know how much of the game you caught, but it was a fine one. National League won it 6-3 in 11. As we'll be calling it a stream shortly. Hank Aaron 2 for 3 with a homer. Willie Mays 1 for 2 with a homer and 2 walks. Lou Brock was the MVP of the game, 3 for 5, a double and 2 ribbies. Cookie Ross 2 for 3 and 2 runs scored. Reggie Jackson, not bueno, 0 for 4. He struck out 4 times. Clay Carroll pitched 2 innings out of the pen. He got the win. Don Wilson pitched the bottom of the 11th. He got his save. That's his first of the series. And Sam McDowell pitched an inning and 2/3 and took the loss out of the pen. So once again, the series is knotted at 1. The American League took game 1 6-1. Blue won that over Doc Ellis. That's Vita Blue. And the National Leaguers come back to take game 2 6-3 and 11 with 3 runs in the top of the 11th. So I hope everyone enjoyed it. Till next time, health and happiness. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless. And you know what's coming, folks. Peace!